The world we live in today would look almost unimaginable to people who lived just 200 years ago. At that time, there were no airplanes, no internet, no satellites orbiting above our planet. Cities were smaller, travel was slower, and technology was far less advanced. But today, innovation moves faster than ever before. Artificial intelligence, robotics, renewable energy, and space exploration are transforming our world at an incredible pace. Now imagine the Earth 70 or 80 years from today. What might our planet look like in the year 2100? Will cities float above the ocean? Could artificial intelligence manage entire megacities? Might humans live on other planets or in massive space stations orbiting Earth? While nobody can predict the future with perfect accuracy, scientists and futurists have already developed fascinating ideas about what life on Earth could look like by the end of this century. Let's explore some of the most interesting possibilities for the future of our planet. Floating cities. Rising sea levels are one of the biggest challenges many coastal cities may face in the coming decades. Large parts of cities like Miami, Shanghai, and Jakarta already experience flooding during storms. By the end of the century, some scientists believe sea levels could rise enough to threaten entire coastal regions. But instead of abandoning the oceans, some engineers have proposed an entirely new idea. Floating cities. These futuristic communities would be built on enormous floating platforms anchored to the seafloor. Each platform could support residential buildings, schools, parks, hospitals, and transportation systems. Renewable energy technologies such as solar panels, wind turbines, and ocean energy generators would power these cities. Some floating city designs even include underwater farms where food could be grown using hydroponic systems. If these ideas become reality, millions of people could one day live in cities that move gently with the waves of the ocean. What seems like science fiction today may become a practical solution for future generations. Underwater habitats. While some future cities might float on top of the ocean, others might exist beneath it. The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, yet much of it remains unexplored. Scientists already use underwater laboratories to study marine ecosystems and deep-sea environments. In the future, these small research stations could evolve into much larger underwater habitats. Imagine entire communities living inside massive glass domes on the ocean floor. Inside these structures, people could live and work while observing the underwater world around them. Advanced filtration systems would supply oxygen, while renewable energy from ocean currents could power the entire habitat. From inside these underwater cities, residents could watch schools of fish swim past their windows and see coral reefs glowing in the sunlight above. Although underwater cities are still a distant possibility, advances in engineering and materials science may one day make them possible. AI smart cities. Another major transformation expected in the future involves artificial intelligence controlling many aspects of urban life. Today, cities already use digital systems to manage traffic lights, public transportation, and power distribution. But by the end of the century, these systems could become far more advanced. Artificial intelligence could monitor traffic across entire cities in real time, preventing congestion before it even happens. Self-driving cars may dominate the roads, communicating with each other to avoid accidents. Delivery drones could carry packages through the air above busy streets. Buildings themselves might become intelligent structures. Sensors could automatically adjust lighting, heating, and energy use to maximize efficiency. Entire cities could become living networks of interconnected technology. These smart systems may reduce pollution, improve transportation, and make cities more efficient places to live. However, they may also raise important questions about privacy, security, and the role of artificial intelligence in society. Climate-transformed landscapes. While technology may transform cities, the natural world will also change. Climate scientists expect global temperatures to continue rising during the coming decades. This could lead to major environmental transformations across the planet. Some regions may become hotter and drier, expanding deserts into areas that were once fertile farmland. Other regions could experience rising sea levels that flood coastal cities. Extreme weather events such as hurricanes and heatwaves may become more frequent. At the same time, colder regions of the world might become more habitable. Parts of the Arctic could eventually support larger populations as ice continues melting. These environmental changes will challenge future societies to adapt. Cities may need to develop new technologies to protect against floods, droughts, and extreme weather. The landscapes of Earth may look very different by the year 2100. Space travel and colonies. One of the most exciting possibilities for the future involves humanity expanding beyond Earth. Space travel has already changed dramatically over the past few decades. Private companies are now launching rockets, building reusable spacecraft, and planning missions to other planets. By the year 2100, traveling to space might become far more common. Large space stations could orbit Earth, functioning as hotels, research facilities, and transportation hubs. Some scientists believe humans could establish permanent settlements on the Moon or even Mars within the next century. These space colonies would rely on advanced life support systems and renewable energy technologies. Over time, humanity may become a species that lives not only on Earth but across multiple worlds. What once seemed like science fiction may eventually become a normal part of human civilization. The future of Earth is impossible to predict with certainty. Technology, environmental change, and human innovation will continue shaping our planet in ways we cannot fully imagine. Cities may float on the ocean or rise thousands of meters into the sky. Artificial intelligence could manage entire urban systems. Humans might travel regularly into space or live on other planets. The world of 2100 will almost certainly look very different from the world we know today. But the future is not something that simply happens to us. It is something we create, and the decisions humanity makes today will help determine what the Earth of tomorrow will become.